Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Darkest Dungeon Let's Play.
Banners fly, and the corpse wagons
So,
stand at
we
the
have
ready.
the Butcher's
The
Circus.
circus has come to
That's like
town.
multiplayer, I think. So yeah, we are back. We're after restarting our lovely little Hamlet. And we're after getting a full run through with all of the gang, getting through all their bits and pieces. Our Vestal is very stressed. So we're going to have to send her to chill out, decompress from the horrors of war. And basically, other than that, yeah, we're probably going to be trying to get some more upgrades to our Hamlet, try and get more levels in our buildings to make them more effective, and see what other recruits we can get from the stagecoach.
Fresh kegs,
Now,
cards,
when it
and
comes
curtained
to
rooms
your different
promise
characters,
solace
I
to
looked
the
over
weary
in
and
Serena's
broken
bio
hearted.
and it says that she's a skilled gambler, so that's obviously a bonus for her to go do that basically. Now, we have a bunch of new characters, all of them are new classes, so we're going to add the Occultist, the Man-at-Arms, and the Houndmaster.
To fight the abyss.
Now,
One
my
must know
personal
it.
favourite class is the Antiquarian, because they can get you lots of money really quickly, but alas, they're not here yet.
The cobwebs have been
And
dusted,
I'm just
the
going to
pews
level
set
up
straight.
some of these places now.
The abbey calls to the faithful.
We've enough for 2 more. We could get level 1 and everything. Yeah, you're better off kind of leveling everything equally,
Little hope,
because there's no point in having a really great bar, let's say, and then, you know, it's full up for the day, and then all of a sudden you're like using a suboptimal other.
all manner of diversion and
Other
dalliance
element, you
await
know?
those who cross the threshold with
I say
toil in
that and
hand.
then immediately put 2 points into gambling. But you know what I mean? Like, at the same time, I'm like, well, if Serena's in there, she might get good winnings, and that's getting us gold back in the other direction. But this is the thing with Darkest Dungeon, though. We're now going to have to look over everybody and say, right, what exactly will we be good at for the next fight? We're down a healer, so we're gonna have to figure out. Oh yeah, and then this is like, that's like a whole other side quest, and we're after putting in our lovely occultist, and we're going back to the ruins. So the occultist can do big heals, but runs the risk of causing bleed to our allies, which isn't great. But we're going to need to basically keep our
And what
plague
better place to
and our
begin
holy
than the
damage
seat of
for
our
this,
noble line?
because basically, since we're more than likely going to be fighting skeletons, we don't want to, you know, bring bleed, let's say, in too much. Oh, we have some maggots and a spider, so doing some AoE damage there. And then if we can pull the end one forward, it'll make the other guys do less damage. It resisted the stun, unfortunately, but double KO with our
Destroy them.
holy attack, and yeah, not too bad, no stun, and nice. So
Be gone, fiend.
getting some crests, and the mission here, if we use holy water, we actually get a massive buff to our damage, which obviously we are going to want on our 2 biggest hitters, Renault and Dismas. Topping up our light. As I say, we are not doing a no light run, so we're going to be keeping the torch really high because we don't have any fatalities. We're after getting a scout though, which is great because now we can hop along and disarm this trap at 90% effectiveness. Let us see. And you always want to try when you get a scout to like make sure you're able to disarm traps and stuff, because it actually recovers your stress, which is really good. And once again, we're going to want to pull one of the stress casters forward. It makes them less useful and also makes the frontline attackers much less useful as well. And if we can now just attack the creepy cultist and then wallop. Stress caster down and out. Nothing to worry about now. And we got a nice dodge from Reynold. Well done. Oh, flawless. Absolutely flawless. Now, let's just cut down this guy. And another dodge. I mean, listen, this is kind of turning into a bit of a charmed battle. It's been really good so far. So let's amplify that blight. A little bit of damage, but oh, the bleed isn't great. But the blight is what we love. We're gonna just drop a little bit of a heal because the other guy is going to be damaged by the blight anyway, so rather get a bit of healing done. Another dodge, an absolutely amazing thing. And I say, feck it, let's just attack. And 7 damage is not, you know, not a little amount of damage. It's pretty good. And literally, I'm like, oh my god, just go away. You're blighted already. Goodness, I never thought I'd want one of them to, those like stress casters to like move more quickly. I was like, god, you just need, if you just take your turn, you'll die. And I'm here like, I do not remember what this requires, and I'm just like, investigate it. And I get like an amazing thing that would have been great for like Reynold. But I suppose, look, it's a Blight character. We're going to be bringing the Blight characters to the ruins. We're using a key and getting tons of money, which is what we love.
Handsome reward for a task well performed.
We're just going to eat up some food. Always bring food in your missions, guys. We just need a little snack. Especially when we end up walking into traps and literally undoing all of the good work that we did in feeding you food. Great. And unfortunately, we have to get through all of these room battles, so hopefully it's the case that we can get through this and there aren't that many more and we don't have to go through all the rooms. But realistically, it could be. Now, with this guy up front, he has to do a rushed shot command, and that makes him much more likely to, you know, miss and stuff. So it gives him really bad modifiers. So the move mechanic is definitely like something that is really good if you can get it working, you know. And just try and take it out. Nice dismiss. And then do another bit of blight. And now we're in a completely different scenario than we were a while back. So healing a good 6 there, resisting the bleed, absolutely what we need. But he resists the stun, which isn't great. And now we're all bleeding. Great. But we're not going to panic, we're just going to stab. And we're gonna cut. And we're gonna use this, I guess. You see, because he takes up 2 areas, he still gets clipped by the fact that it targets the first 3 monsters, and he's technically in the first and second slot. And whenever you get trinkets, just put them on somebody. Even if it doesn't do them great, it's still like you're leaving an inventory slot free.
Risks life and limb.
And now we have another one, so we're gonna retreat. Get Reynold to use holy water on the altar of light. And now he has a damage buff as well, so we now have our 2 heaviest hitters with amazing damage buffs. And we're gonna just brighten up this area for another battle, question mark? No. So onward we go. There's probably at least another trap anyway. Great. We love that.
Mechanical hazards.
And at this point I'm like, oh. So now at least we know, okay, there's 2 more. So we do have to go to the very end. We know we found the map, so we know they're here, so we can't be ambushed. That's the one saving grace. We're gonna try and heal up with a nice critical. Oh my god. Brilliant. And then always go for the backline first. The backline do the most damage or stress damage. So you want to just get rid of them as quickly as possible. Oh. And here we have Death's Door. So they hit 0, but they don't necessarily die when they hit 0. It's only if they can even survive repeated consequential attacks. So I'm going to just mark so that he is more likely to get attacked. Getting a good dodge in there. And now we're going to hope for no 0. No 0, no bleed. That's literally what we need. So a nice amount of damage. And the 2 backlines completely dispatched. And now both our poor fellas are really weak at the moment. But Reynold is, Reynold, I would rather the other guys be dodging, because you can actually probably take a hit or 2. But we're going to pray for another crit, maybe. 9's pretty good. 9 isn't bad, and still no bleed, so we'll take that. And just get rid of that. And get a stun in. And hopefully the smite will just hit and kill. So yeah, our poor old plague doctor is going to need a stress relief, I'd say. And yeah, at this point I'm like, let's just eat everything, get to the last room. And thankfully we brought a shovel. I would not have been happy to have them all get even more stressed. Now, what do you do with the alchemy table? Not that. Not that either. A torch? Oh, it just basically makes a mega torch. Okay, I knew it did something. Now, let's get rid of the stress caster. No, it dodged. Of course it did. Let's pull the stress caster. Let's blight. And then maybe we can even stun. Oh, our poor, poor plague doctor. They are dangerously close to hitting 100 stress, which either makes them really brave or fall apart into despair. Oh, nice. And the bleed as well. Brilliant. And do we... Yeah, I need to change up these abilities. I need like the frontline blight. Look, we got rid of the thing. It was stunned. Probably should have stunned the first thing if we could have, but doesn't matter. He missed. Dodge. Freedom. Yeah, this was a good owl run, to be fair. Look at that, another 1,000 gold. Happy days. But yeah, so when we get back, we're going to be able to upgrade a lot more of the Hamlet, because we have a good few bits of crests now. So yeah, unfortunately, the thing is, we want a lot more like portraits and stuff. Like the money is good, but although I think we unlock like the other amenities to allow us to upgrade our characters' abilities and stuff, and we need to buy new abilities. So yeah, like this was a good money run because we're going to basically be respecting everybody with new abilities and new roles, just so they can all kind of function a little bit better. But like, look at Dismas just dipping, dodging, and weaving. And now, yeah, that's the problem. I need to change the Plague Doctor stuff because whenever things are just in the front row, she literally becomes useless. So, come on, damage buff. Oh, 2 damage. But there's a great ability for Dismas where when he's attacked, he can counterattack. So we definitely will want that going forward. And if we can get a nice few portraits and busts, absolutely brilliant. We're going to just open this heirloom chest, and then that's pretty much going to be the episode, guys. We're going to just deal with the aftermath of this mission next time. Sorry for missing a previous upload, but look, we are back to your regular scheduled broadcast of our Haunted Hamlet in the near future. Have a good one, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.